Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to my new video. It's Hypno here. I really hope you enjoy, and guys, I'm so happy right now. We just finished top 8 global for the first time yesterday. The season ended yesterday on Monday. So we did secure top 8, which was my first top 10 global finish. I mean, I do have a top 3 in the global tournament as you can see here, but I never finished top 10 on ladder, so I'm very happy about that. And now on the first day of the new season, we did push to top 1 global with the same deck, and you already know what deck. Like, I used to finish top 8. Of course, it had to be my self-made logbait deck, this 2.8 logbait deck, which I created it like already in the last year, and it's been super strong ever since. Also, yeah, having a few seasons where this was the best logbait deck, and also at the end of last season, this was also definitely top 3 of the best logbait decks, and it still is, as you can see, with being top 1 global, it's still very strong. So today I just want to show you guys my best games from the last day of the season, which led me to my top 8 global finish. And I also want to show you a mirror matchup against Riley with my logbait deck. He was playing my deck on the last day for a bit, and we did actually end up facing on ladder. So of course I want to show you guys that mirror matchup against Riley, the best logbait player of all time. And yeah, I want to show you guys how we just got to top 1 also. We did manage to beat a crazy hard counter, basically the worst matchup I can face in the game, which we beat. So yeah, I'm ready to show you guys all of that. Just sit back, guys, enjoy the video, and let's get started. Alright, guys, so for the first game, which I want to show to you guys of my way to the top 8 global finish, is the game against Riley, of course. So yeah, let's just start the screen recording here. Like, I did record this replay already yesterday. We are not watching the actual replay. We are watching a recording of the replay right now because unfortunately all my replays are gone since after the season restarted. There was a maintenance break, which yeah makes all the replays go away. So I can only use games that I actually have recorded from before, and I won't be able to use any replays anymore where I don't have the recording. So unfortunately, like, I have a very good game against Pedro at the end, a very good game against Remy Ellie and Morton at the end, and all of those games are unfortunately lost. But I still have other very good recorded games to show to you guys, just like this mirror matchup against Riley. So still gonna be a very nice video to watch. So yeah, gonna be interesting with the fire spirit he's got instead of the ice spirit. I feel like it makes it a little bit of the advantage for him because fire spirit is better to counter gang and barrels. And right here, I know he's gonna fire spirit to take out the princess. So we go for my ice spirit, and that way the fire spirit doesn't jump, princess survives, and he's forced to go for Valk just because we went for our good ice spirit right there, and we can just pull back the Valk with the wall breakers again once we cycle to them. We didn't have them in cycle, otherwise I could have hold on to my dart gob and just played the wall breakers alone. But yeah, very nice with the dart gob too, cycling to the wall breakers, then pulling the Valk back, and he's forced, or not forced, he decides to let the dart gob go through, because with the dart gob down I was still up 1 elixir. So after yeah defending the dart gob, he would have been down even more. So he just decided to let the dart gob go through and keep his 1 elixir disadvantage just like that. And he goes for the fire spirit protecting his princess. If I had ice spirit in cycle, I would have done the same thing, of course. And right here he makes a big mistake. He tries to predict my dart gob right here. Let's see that again. Right here, look at my cycle. I'm most likely gonna Valk, Dart Gob, or Cannon for the princess. Dart Gob is my best play in hand, so he tries to Dart Gob early himself, because if I go Dart Gob 1 second after, his Dart Gob takes out mine before my dart can even get like a hit off. So that would make his princess live, my dart gob die, and his dart live on the other lane. So that's what he's trying to predict right here. Just stopping the recording real quick so you can tell what's happening. And by him going for that predict, I know he went too aggressive. And right here, I know he has to gang 1 lane, Valk the other. And I know if he goes Valk the front to counter the front 2 goblins and the wall breakers, I'm gonna get almost no value. So I have to go barrel the back, because that way, if he goes Valk the back, my wallies connect. If he goes Valk the front on the wallies, my barrel connects. And if he tries to get the Valk in front of the tower for the front 2 goblins, then the Valk will just go back because of the barrel the back. And that's what's gonna happen here. He does go for the Valk, trying to hit the front goblins plus the wallies, but my barrel the back pulls the Valkyrie That makes the Valk go back, and the Valkyrie pulls the wall breakers into the tower. So perfect set of sequences right there. Everything starting with the Ice Spirit predict on the Fire Spirit, making him down in Elixir, and then anticipating his Dart Goblin predict onto my Dart Gob, and then punishing him afterwards. But right here, I went way too aggressive, thinking I have a better situation than I actually did, and he gets a crazy counter push himself, and he basically comes back all the damage that I just got. So after playing that perfect start, we did mess up quite bad by going over aggressive. So yeah, throwing away our perfect lead from the start. So that's just on me, honestly. If I didn't mess up with going too over aggressive, it would have basically been over already, because there's no way he could come back that damage lead if I didn't go over aggressive like that. So that's just on me. And right here, I know, even though I have the damage lead, okay, I just have to wait 5 seconds here, because I know that things in the recording, like as I said, we are watching the recording of the replay right now, and unfortunately the recording of the replay had that lock screen, so I couldn't get that away for a second, unfortunately. But all good, you guys could see what happens anyway. And right here, the Evo barrel, I can't really defend that too well. I don't have a good cycle. I get my gang down last second. I didn't have Elixir, and I thought the barrel would get more damage, but the barrel already ended up dying, so I didn't need the gang. And right here, it's basically over, right? Because, I mean, he gets one more hit. I take like 8 HP on my tower, and you would think it's definitely over, but since we both don't have a spell, I know I still have chances if I defend my right side tower perfectly. But I know, like, it's gonna be so hard to defend barrels flawlessly, because both of us don't have a spell, so you always take some damage. Just like him right here, he takes 2 hits on the right, which makes his tower to 200 HP. I know I can't let the Valk hit, so I get the Dart Gob down, and we have to waste our Princess to block his Fire Spirit. Princess saves the tower, because Fire Spirit would have taken. And right here, I know I have to go in, because look at the cycle. He has Evo Barrel coming up. I know I will definitely take one hit on the right or the left. So my only chance is to go in here. I go barrel the back, and here he goes Valk. The Valkyrie will pull 2 goblins away from the goblin gang, and that gets me the tower. Honestly, I did not deserve to win at the end there, even though I had that perfect start. Like, I was predicting him perfectly at the start. I did sell by going way too aggressive, so he would have deserved the win at the end, but my barrel clutched up, because he did end up playing a bad Valk. If he played his Valkyrie one tile higher, the Valkyrie would have not pulled the goblins at the back, and the gang would have full countered my barrel, and then he could have just went for his Evo barrel to win the game. So that's kind of unfortunate for him. Still a very good game from both of us. Predicting predicts, but then, yeah, choking a bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game against Riley, and I'll see you guys in the next match. Alright, guys, so now I want to show you how I got to top 1 global in the new season, and we actually ended up beating a snipe. As you can see right here, we got sniped from Pumpo, and you may ask, how do I know it's a snipe? It could just be a 100-0 matchup, and it doesn't have to be a snipe, right? But I did face this guy on my stream. Then I hosted a viewer tournament where the same guy ended up playing in my viewer tournament, where only people could join that were on my stream. And then after I ended the viewer tournament, I faced the same guy immediately again. So that just tells me it's definitely a stream snipe. If I face him before my viewer tournament, he plays in my viewer tournament, and then I face him again on ladder after the viewer tournament. And yeah, this is like the worst matchup I can face, because Pump is one of the hardest things for my deck. Expo is one of the hardest things for my deck. Log is one of the hardest things for my deck, and Fast Cycle. And this guy has absolutely everything in his deck. And even though this guy has Cannoneer, which is definitely the best tower for me to have, it's still 100-0, because you can say, yeah, Cannoneer is bad against bait, but Cannoneer is not even a problem here, because he has all the bait responses in the world. He got unlucky here not having Log and Cycle first play, but he could have still defended flawlessly with Fire Spirit and E-Spirit. And right here, he just goes for his first pump. I have nothing for the pump, of course, so I have to just try to go in. We will get the Wallies on tower here. Very good pressure with the Valk Dart Gob. That's just what we have to do. We do get the double connection, but it does not even matter if we like almost take his full tower. His tower could be down to like 300 HP. My towers could be full HP, and he's still 100% gonna win the game, because all he has to do is keep stacking pumps the back, which I can never touch, because the only thing that can possibly get onto the pump is the barrel, but he has 2 spirits plus log for that, so I know I have to, yeah, just try to take down his tower, and then try to possibly defend until yeah, like let's say I take his tower in the next 2 minutes, then the game will just end, right? If I manage to defend. So we do not want to get in like overtime and triple elixir, because then there's definitely no way if he kept on stacking pumps, because at some point he's gonna have 5 or 6 pumps down if he just keeps going pump and his 1 elixir cards plus log onto whatever I put, and there's nothing I'm gonna be able to do against that. He plays a pump like that, and I know I have to go barrel and immediately wall breakers. And he made the mistake of playing his Evo Knight trying to predict Princess or whatever. And I do get one connection here. I almost got the double connection on tower here because he messed up, which would have made me take his full tower, but we didn't. We didn't get the connection, unfortunately. Only got one, and I knew if I get that one connection, I could have won the game, because then I would only need to defend, and since I already take his tower. But he made the mistake of going for his expo too early here. He should have just kept on stacking the pumps, because he could have defended his left side tower even though it's at 400 HP. He will always have log ready for my barrel, and he can defend wall breakers and everything else easily with his knight spirit, everything. So there would like be no way for me to take his tower. But the thing, like the mistake he's making, is just continuously spamming the expos down instead of getting more pumps down, which he clearly had to do. So yeah, that's what makes us able here. Here I go for Wally's, knowing he didn't have log in cycle. He got back to the log by playing his knight in spirit, but couldn't get it down in time to defend the wall breakers. So perfect wall breakers taking down the whole expo. And now you can see all his pumps are gone, and that's the mistake he made. Like, he just had to stack more pumps. I would have not been able to take his tower. And now, of course, he still has the expo down. He's up elixir, but I do have chances now, because I know if I defend this, he won't have any more pumps, which gets him the elixir lead that he needs to break through. Because if he doesn't have pumps down, he's not breaking through with the expo, because he doesn't have the best expo protection, since he's got the pump in his deck instead of another building. And there he just takes another wall breaker connection, which ends up me winning the game and getting top 1 global against the stream snipe. So completely crazy. It's basically impossible for him to lose that matchup. All he has to do is keep going pump, using his log well on defense, and it's gonna be over. So GG's right here. Nice win for top 1 global, and I'll see you guys in the next match. Alright guys, so for the rest of the video, I want to be showing you guys my live recorded games from the last day of the season, which made me secure my top 8 global finish. And unfortunately, I didn't record these with live commentary. I was just recording the live gameplay, because I mean, obviously on the last day of the season, you want to be as locked in as possible to play your best potential gameplay. And to do that, it's the best to just not commentate and just fully lock in on the gameplay. So that's what we did right here. And yeah, first game against Samuel, one of the best players of all time, qualified for World Finals multiple times, has, I don't know, like over $100,000 earnings in total in like Clash Royale League over the years. So yeah, very, very good player, one of the best of all time. And here I want to predict his spears, because he has spears in cycle and he doesn't go for them. I'm not sure if he didn't have 2 elixir back in cycle, or if he's trying to predict the predict, like me predicting his spears and him knowing that, so he won't go for them. But as you saw, his next play after the poison was the spears, so good Dark Goblin there taking them out, and he's forced to ignore that, because with the mina he's just down too much. We just pull the mina back, don't want to take the mina damage on the tower, and we also just force out the bets with that. He does go for wall breakers here, which makes me just able to get to my Valk, and unfortunately we do get a connection, or he does get a connection right here. We take a connection, and pretty like perfect start right here. We have half of his tower gone on the right, and we have the Evo barrel in cycle right here too. And yeah, if we win this game, I definitely have to BM him, because this guy, like, even though I really respect him as a player, he's one of the best in the world. He's BMing me at times for no reason, and you guys best believe that if someone is BMing me, I'll BM them the back. I'll BM them back 100 times out of 100 times. So that's what we're gonna be doing right here if we beat him. So yeah, I mean, I can't ask for a better start. It's now my game to lose, so meaning like I will definitely win this unless I choke from here, just because we had that perfect start. So looking very good, and the deck he's playing right here, one of the best decks of the last meta. Or at the like current meta still, since the meta from season end 1 day ago is still the current meta. So yeah, this deck right here, probably the strongest deck of season end. A lot of people were playing it at season end that were also playing different decks throughout the season. they all realized this deck is super broken against most decks, so everyone just started playing it. And fortunately, my deck is pretty good against that. We have good responses, and I ended up also playing Dagger Duchess Tower more at season end because Dagger is the preferred choice against this deck. Of course, Princess Tower is not bad too, but Dagger Duchess Tower is just much better against all the cycle cards. So would really prefer having Dagger in this matchup, but we're still cooking him even though we don't have the Dagger. And here my spears might lock on because the barrel is like distracting his tower, and yeah, just like that, I get a lot of spears damage. I do clip his bats, but unfortunately, not all the bats get hit. Didn't really matter though because the Goblin Hut would have kept spawning goblins till the princess is dead anyway, so could have not really protected there more. And yeah, we should get the double connection here because he played the Mighty too low. There's the double connection. Just Ice Spirit here, Princess low. No need to overcommit with Princess the Bridge, going like too aggressive. And here you can see he's already BMing. Like, I didn't do anything. I throw 0 emotes in this game. So definitely taking my BM as he is continuously BMing like he always does. So just doing the same thing as he does, giving him a taste of his own BM medicine. So yeah, nice game against Samuel right here. One of the best players in the game. And I'll see you guys for the next match. All right, so for the next game, I want to show you guys, yeah, how to beat the most broken no skill deck of the current meta. All of you guys should know Goblin Giant, Evo Goblin Giant, Evo P.E.K.K.A with the Chef Tower is, yeah, one of the most frustrating decks to face against because it feels like all they are ever doing is, yeah, slamming down their Goblin Giant and P.E.K.K.A.s. No matter the time, they will just randomly make P.E.K.K.A Goblin Giant pushes, and if that doesn't work, might as well break through with the Evo P.E.K.K.A Evo Goblin Giant once they have it in cycle. So yeah, this deck is peak Brain Rot, probably the most no-skill deck of the recent years, maybe the most no-skill deck of all time. I'm convinced that anyone could learn this deck and push high with it if they just, yeah, give enough practice. And even without practice, probably you could get the best amount of results in the shortest amount of time with this deck because it's just that easy to play. So yeah, let's see how we win this right here. And as you can see, I was running a different variation with Fire Spirit and no cannon, which makes it a lot harder. I was trying to find a deck right here to fully counter that Goblin Hut deck, which we just faced because um, everyone was running that deck. And right here we make a good game because obviously he's trying to pull my Valk away with the Fisher to get more Goblin Giant damage. So instead of putting the gang below the Valk, we put it in front of the Valk, and that way the Fisherman can't pull the Valk. So very well played right there. Also, yeah, giving us a chance to go for a good Evo barrel here since the Valk still tanks the Chef Tower for a little bit. And now look at the right side too. He has 2 arrows. We get the connection on the left. I can just go for my Princess again because I know he's not going to be able to punish me. And as you can see right here also, we predict the skeletons perfectly with the Ice Spirit. So that forces him to Balma, and he doesn't have Balma, Rage, or arrows right now. So yeah, he has to Fisherman again onto that, which makes me able to again to go for my wall breakers. Rage is not enough to full counter both of that with the Chef Tower, so just another connection right there. Hopefully forcing arrows out again, because if we force out the arrows like we do, he has nothing for the dart, so whenever he goes for, yeah, Goblin Giant right now, or P.E.K.K.A, we just get a free dart Evo. But honestly, we don't even want to use it here, because we want to keep the Evo dart for the P.E.K.K.A, since we can defend this Goblin Giant with the Valkyrie. So yeah, as you see, there is P.E.K.K.A at the back. Very good that we didn't waste the Evo dart onto that, hold on to it, and now we can just Princess on the Balma, immediately try to go for the dart, because he has to defend the Princess, right? So he's distracted and not able to respawn to the dart immediately. So we get 3 hits off the dart on the P.E.K.K.A, which is nice. And look at this right here. This is like very scary, right? Because how are you gonna defend both lanes? Like, it just seems kind of impossible, and we might like lose one tower here. I don't think there's a way around not losing a tower here. If we defend the Goblin Giant, we can't defend the P.E.K.K.A. If we defend the P.E.K.K.A, we can't defend the Goblin Giant. And we actually almost kept the tower on the right. The Goblin Giant barely got it with the last few HP, but now he had to waste arrows. There's no way he could stop the wall breakers, because he does get the bomber down, but he just simply didn't have enough elixir to get it down in time. So yeah, without the arrows being out of cycle, there was no way he could defend that. So very nice game right there. Even though we didn't have cannon, we did manage to beat it. And yeah, maybe not the best game for you guys to learn how to beat it, since you probably mostly play with cannon, just like I do. Um, but yeah, nice game nonetheless. Wanted to show to you guys how we beat the most brain deck of the meta at the end. So yeah, GG, and I'll see you guys for another match. Alright, guys, so since I've had quite a few people ask me to upload gameplay without commentary, that's what we're gonna be doing for the last two games. I have two more crazy games which I want to show to you guys. One against Igor, one of the best players of all time. A lot of pro players have Igor in their top 5 of all time. The guy has like 8 top 1 global finishes, qualified for CRL World Finals before, so definitely one of the best. And then the last game, Trainer Adnan, one of the best German players of all time. So two more high level games which I want to show to you guys. And as I said, those are gonna be without any commentary, just gameplay. So yeah, if you haven't liked the video yet, please make sure to do so. Enjoy the last two games, and I'll see you guys. Bye.